Hello, my first grade friends. So, Mrs. Holt has a meeting with the district to talk about PBIS. If you don't know what PBIS is, it's an exciting thing that we do at Nursery Road. So, Mrs. Holt has to meet with some friends during your class, which makes my heart really sad. But, I have a really awesome art lesson for you today, so you still get to create art with me. So, let's buckle up, gather up our materials. We're going to pass out your art kits and write your names. This is what your art kit looks like. You have 2 pencils, a Sharpie, and a box of oil pastels. This is going to be where you keep your art supplies for the year. Mrs. Holt holds on to these supplies, so we do not take these home. These stay at school. Okay, so we're going to pass out your art kits. We're going to write your first name and your class code, which is P1, because you're in Miss Porterfield's first grade class. Write your class code and your first name here. We're going to pass those out along with a sheet of paper. When you get your sheet of paper, you guessed it, you're going to write your first name, your last name, and your class code, which is P1. You got it, my friends. Once you write that on the one side of your paper, flip it over and we're going to get started. All right, friends, I just want to show you the different elements of art that there are. We have line, shape, form, space, texture, value, and color. For this particular project, we're going to focus on the elements of shape and color. Even though we are going to be using line and space, we're just not so focused on that as much as we are on shape and color. So I'm going to show you a fun video about the element of art, shape, and you can dance along to it, sing along to it, just watch it if that's what you're feeling today, however you feel comfortable. We're going to watch this video about the element of art, shape.
A circle, can you make a circle? A circle, can you make a circle? A circle, can you find a circle? A circle, can you find a circle? Can you find a circle? Ready? Go! I know. Let's make a diamond. Can you make a diamond? Here we go. A diamond, can you make a diamond? A diamond, can you make a diamond? A diamond, can you find a diamond? A diamond, can you find a diamond? Can you find a diamond? Ready? Go! What's next? How about a square? A square, can you make a square? A square, can you make a square? A square, can you find a square? A square, can you find a square? Can you find a square? Ready? Go! All right, time for one more. Let's try a heart. A heart, can you make a heart? A heart, can you make a heart? A heart, can you find a heart? A heart, can you find a heart? Can you find a heart? Ready? Go! A circle, a diamond, a square, and a heart. A circle, a diamond, a square, and a heart. A circle, a diamond, a square, and a heart. A circle, a diamond, a square, and a heart.
So I saw on your profile that you like to cook.
Oh, I love it. This is my
Alright friends, just like I said, in pencil, write your name and your class code. This is 3rd grade class codes. We don't need to worry about that. Your class code is P1. So your first name, your last name, and the letter P and the number 1. That is your class code. Please make sure that is on your paper. Alright friends, now you're going to flip your paper over and in Sharpie, take the cap off, put it on the back. You're going to take the hand that you don't write with and place it on your paper. Then you are going to trace carefully around your fingers with your Sharpie to make a handprint. So you're going to trace around those fingers, nice and slow, paying really special attention, making sure you don't have a big gap between your black line and your finger. Trace all the way around, and when you get to your wrist, which is right here, you're going to stop. When you take your hand away, you have a handprint. We're going to connect that bottom line because we're not going to have wrists here. So you've just done your first handprint. The next thing we're going to do is take our same hand and we're going to turn the paper and find a different place to trace it on our paper. If your fingers go off the page, that's absolutely fine, but let's please make sure not to draw or color on Ms. Porterfield's desks. When you reach the end of your paper, just stop your marker. Trace around your handprint. We want our handprint to overlap the one we just drew. So we want our handprints to overlap the one that we did before. Again, we're going to connect that hand because we don't want any wrists. Then you guessed it. Again, turn your paper, place your hand down, and trace again. You're going to do this probably 5 or 6 times. Make sure that all of your handprints are overlapping. Also, please make sure you use the whole paper. We don't want to just place the same 5 or 6 handprints in the center of our page. We want some of our handprints to go off the page. We want some of our handprints to just be fingers sneaking onto the page. We want all of our handprints to overlap. The reason why is because when this happens, what you're doing is creating new and different shapes when those lines intersect and overlap. So see here, I have part of my hand on the page and the other part's just my fingers poking through. So keep doing that till you have 5 or 6 in a really unique overlapping pattern. Take the next few minutes to finish tracing your handprints on your page. I'm going to play some music and this is going to be some work time. All right, friends, now that we have all of our handprints copied onto our paper, we have lots of different handprints going all different ways. We have lots of overlapping shapes. What we've done is create a bunch of different pockets of shapes on our paper. And now we're going to use the element of art, color, to fill in those shapes. So I'm going to show you what I mean by using color to fill in the shapes. So I'm going to be using markers, and I think you guys will be using markers too. So I have my markers here. I have the whole rainbow of markers. You guys know how Mrs. Holt loves a rainbow. So when we use our markers, I'm going to start with the color red, just because we learned last week that red is the first primary color of the 3 primary colors. We have 3 primaries, red, yellow, and blue, so I'm going to start with red. So in each shape, we're going to draw or color in a different color. So if I start here on this shape, I'm going to outline my shape first. The reason I outline the shape first is so that my brain knows where I'm coloring. There's lots of different lines and lots of different shapes happening, and my brain might get a little bit confused and forget where I need to color in. So I'm going to outline the shape I'm coloring first. Then I'm going to use that technique where I do the lines side by side to fill in my shapes, because we don't scribble scrabble in first grade. That's pre-K stuff. We left that back in pre-K. No scribble scrabble, no peekaboo spots. So I filled in my first shape. Now, I don't want to put red anywhere next to this shape because it'll all blend in. So I can't put red here. I can't put red here, or here, or here, or here, or here. I can come over here and put some red. I think I'll do that now. So remember, I'm going to turn my page because I like to color like that. I'm going to outline my shape first. I like to use the side of my marker, not the point, the side of my marker. And I'm not going to scribble scrabble. No, that's pre-K stuff. I'm going to use the side of my marker to make overlapping lines to color in nice and dark. So I'm going to add some red in a bunch of different places on my paper. Remember, it can't be side by side, can't be anywhere here, but it could be here. So I'm going to do that. Add in my red all over my paper, filling in my different shapes. Now, what we're not coloring is the background. So anywhere that is not a handprint, that's not overlapping, we are not coloring. So I'm not going to color anywhere in here. I'm not coloring here or here. It's kind of hard to tell what's background and what's hand, but we have to pay attention and really make sure that we're just not coloring the background. We're only coloring the actual shapes that happen when we make our hands overlap. I'm going to color here. There. And this is part of that shape. And here. So I'm just choosing different shapes to fill in with my red. I'm going to do all my red shapes at once so I don't have to keep uncapping and capping my markers. Just choosing a bunch of different areas I could use my red. Remember to outline your shape first. Then fill it in. Okay, that looks like a good amount of red to me. So I'm going to choose my next primary color, which is yellow. And I'm going to fill in some spots with my yellow. So here is background. So I'm not going to do those triangles there. This is not background. This is not background. This is not. Oh, that's not. I can do that one. This one is not. I can do that. This one's not. I could do that. I like the way the red and yellow look side by side. It reminds me of ketchup and mustard. I could fill this part of my thumb in. Yep, it's part of my thumb with yellow. This could be yellow. Remember, we're filling in each shape of our hand with a different color, and we don't want our colors to be side by side. So if you have a shape with yellow in it already, we can't put yellow right beside that shape. But it is good to spread your colors around your page so you don't have all yellow in the middle or all red in the middle. You have everything kind of spaced out and even. Also think about the sizes of the shapes that you're using. If I use all big shapes with yellow, my paper is going to look pretty yellow, right? The bigger the shape, the more space that you're coloring in. So think about that too while you're coloring. Okay. Oh, I might do one more yellow right here because there's none on this side. All right, that looks good to me for my yellow. And my last primary color is blue. It's blue. So I'm going to go back in with my blue and do the same thing. If you accidentally color a shape that belongs in the background, that's absolutely okay, no problem. Like I almost colored this shape right here. It's in the background. Whoops. Just make sure you're paying attention, taking your time, outlining your shapes, because remember, when we start to outline, it helps our brain know what shape to color. So I'm just going to keep adding in colors. While I'm doing this, you guys should be working on filling in your shapes as well. Alright, now that I've filled my pages up with my primary colors, now I'm going to use those secondary colors to complete the rest of my drawing. So my secondary colors are orange, green, and purple. So I'm going to use those colors to do the same thing, the same techniques. I'm just using a different color scheme. Alright artists, so my document camera shut off in the middle of that last clip, but you get the gist. I explained how to fill in all of your shapes and all of your colors. This is what my piece looks like at the end. See, I've got all my primary and my secondary colors in my piece. I only colored in my hands, not the background around my hand. So anywhere you see white is the background. And that white space is really important because it shows us the difference between the positive space of our hands and the negative space of the white background around it. I paid really special attention to my craftsmanship, made sure I did those overlapping lines, no scribble scrabble, no going outside the lines, layering those lines with my marker, okay? So like I said, here's what mine looks like at the end. If you still need time to work, I'm gonna play a little bit of music here at the end and you have the rest of class to finish your piece. I can't wait to see what you made. If you don't finish this today, that is a-okay. We will finish it next week. I really want you to focus, take your time, and make your craftsmanship amazing. I know you guys are gonna do a great job. I'll see you next time, champions. I'm letting this timer time out for the timer on my video.
I'm wondering right now, I'm going to put, because now she's saying it has to be one video, so for 5th grade instead of that document I have, which I think they can navigate it for 5th grade, but I'll do it as she says. So
I think it's a lot of that again is addressing just those two friends. So
it looks like from the email that we have to put it in one video, even 5th grade, like, which I know they can do a Google slide.
right.
But do you know on Screencastify how to splice together the videos? Because I have my Screencastify videos and then I have my YouTube, but I want to put it all into one big one.